Microbial art, when science paints with living color. At first glance, microbial art looks like a trick of the eye, delicate portraits, abstract patterns, even famous artworks recreated in luminous blues, reds, and golds. Only on closer inspection does the surprise emerge. These images are not painted with ink or pigment, but grown, cell by living microorganisms. Microbial art, often created on agar-filled petri dishes, sits at the intersection of microbiology and visual culture. Artists, many of whom are trained scientists, use bacteria, fungi, or yeast as their medium. Different species produce different colors, textures, and growth patterns. Given the right nutrients, temperature, and time, colonies spread across the surface like brushstrokes, transforming a sterile laboratory tool into a canvas. Unlike traditional art, microbial art is inherently unpredictable. Microorganisms are alive, responsive to their environment, and sensitive to minute changes. A slight variation in humidity or temperature can alter the final image dramatically. This uncertainty is part of the appeal. The artist sets the conditions, but the microbes complete the work. Control is shared rather than absolute. The most common technique involves agar art, where microbes are carefully drawn onto agar using sterile tools. As they grow, pigments emerge naturally. Some bacteria produce vivid colors to protect themselves from light or chemical stress, while others fluoresce under ultraviolet illumination. The result is an artwork that literally develops over time, revealing itself gradually rather than instantly. Microbial art has gained wider attention through initiatives such as the ASM Agar Art Contest, which encourages scientists to create images using safe laboratory strains. These competitions are not simply playful distractions. They aim to make microbiology accessible to the public, challenging the instinctive association between microbes and disease. Instead of invisible threats, microbes are presented as creative collaborators. This shift in perception is significant. Microorganisms make up the vast majority of life on Earth and play essential roles in ecosystems, human health, and industry. Yet they are usually encountered only through fear, germs to be eliminated, infections to be avoided. Microbial art reframes this relationship. It invites viewers to see beauty where they expect danger, complexity where they assume simplicity. There is also a philosophical dimension to the practice. Microbial art blurs boundaries between art and science, intention and emergence. Who is the artist? The human who designs the image, or the organism that grows it? The finished piece is not entirely authored, but co-created. In an age increasingly defined by collaboration between humans and non-human systems, algorithms, machines, ecosystems, this question feels especially relevant. The artworks themselves are often temporary. Many microbial pieces must be destroyed after a short time for safety reasons, reinforcing their ephemeral nature. Like ice sculptures or sand mandalas, microbial art resists permanence. It exists briefly, then disappears, leaving behind documentation and memory rather than a physical object. In a broader cultural sense, microbial art reflects a growing desire to reconnect with the hidden processes that sustain life. As technology pushes experience toward screens and abstractions, there is something quietly radical about art that grows slowly, unpredictably, and out of sight. Microbial art reminds us that creativity is not exclusively human. It emerges wherever life adapts, responds, and interacts. On a petri dish no larger than a hand, entire worlds unfold, proof that even at the smallest scales, nature is already making art.